Hi Taurus, it's Nick. I hope you guys are doing good. So for all my Taurian, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus men and women, we're now covering the second week of October. So this is from the 11th till the 17th. And day before, right before we kick off this week, Saturn in Aquarius is going direct. So this is all getting back to work, getting back to business, and we may be seeing laws, legislation with the government and work and the economy finally being like implemented, or like, okay, starting this date, now this and this and this is happening. So expect the unexpected with Aquarius energy, okay? All right, so, and then we also have 4 planets in total actually this month going going direct. So there's gonna be a lot of forward movements. It's kind of like an important month, I think. So get started on anything you need to get done. I can't speak. And don't procrastinate, okay? All right, so when it comes, or we're gonna be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I will have the link to the extended reading below the description box if you're interested afterwards. And keep in mind, these are general, so please listen with an open mind, open heart, and just take what fits and leave the rest out, okay? With that said, now, Mercury retrograde influencing me. All right, so let's see. When it comes to your health, guys, we have the 7 of Swords here. So what I feel here is shortcuts. Like you may be seeking shortcuts or wanting to find shortcuts for your health goals, or cheat the system, or find like an easy way out. Like, you know what, instead of being healthy, eating healthy every day, I'm just gonna starve myself on Saturday and that'll solve all my problems. Or like you see your doctor and your doctor's like, well, so have you been following my orders and, going to the gym and exercising, not laying, chilling out with the Coca-Cola and all that stuff? You're like, yeah, of course. And you're like totally lying. Like, well, according to your test results, it doesn't look like that. And you're like, oh, what? That's weird. So I feel like be honest with your physician or your fitness instructor, your nutritionist, but also be honest with yourself this week, please, Taurus. Don't try to find the shortcut or quick, easy way out, because when it comes to your health, whether this is like physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, emotional health, there's no easy shortcuts. There's no magic pill that's just gonna like zap and fix all your problems. You gotta just do things, little small things, small daily habits that are sustainable, that are easy for the most part to do, that you can do over a long period of time, because that's going to result in better long-term results that last a long time. Try not to find the easy way out or shortcuts. There's always things you could do that is not as difficult, but if you go too extreme with something, it usually doesn't really end really well. And it's like someone who's gonna go on like a really intense diet and then just like goes back to the old ways right after, So be honest with yourself. Don't try to cheat the system or cheat yourself. Just go about things. Sometimes the long way is the healthier way than trying to do something quick and a quick fix. Okay, just something to keep in mind. All right, so when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, we have the 9 of Cups. So higher education, maybe you are seeking or taking higher education, whether it's a self-taught or school or a training system program, or you are offering education, or you're a teacher, or you are learning. I feel like there's either student teacher learning. Either you are the one giving the lectures and teaching people, or you are seeking higher knowledge education. Maybe you're going through a program or some kind of training course, or taking something to sharpen your skills, your gifts, your talents, or something you can implement into your business, your school, your career, that's gonna like give you, amp up your game, okay? I feel like though, whatever it is that you're doing, you're passionate about it, your heart is in it, and you're going to be feeling really fulfilled and really satisfied with what you're doing. So let's say you're taking a course right now, or you're in a program, or you're in some kind of special group or something, you're going to enjoy it, or you're really liking it, you're feeling really fulfilled, like you're getting a lot out of it, or it's really expanding you. It's like expanding your mind, your awareness, and you're happy about it. So I feel like here Jupiter is helping you with your career or finances, and things are going to be growing. And as your mind expands, as you implement new things, or you're open and flexible to new knowledge. I feel like that also gives you more access and more opportunities to abundance in different places, and just limitless possibilities for you. Okay, never stop learning. Always be a student of the universe, whether it's like actual school or self-education, and like you can always learn new things. Okay, all right, so when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, on your side here we have Justice, excuse me, the Magician, and the King of Cups. All right, so some of you could have Libra somewhere in your chart, also maybe Aries, Gemini, Scorpio. All right, and then on the other side here, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. We have the Star, excuse me, I just ate, so maybe I ate too fast. 10 of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles. All right, so as far as who you could be dealing with here, guys, well, definitely could be an Aquarius, an Aquarian person, or another air sign, Gemini, Libra, or another earth sign like yourself, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But of course, it doesn't have to be. It could be any sign, like I always say to you guys. It could just be the energy this person is embodying or playing out at this time, or be like a little mixed match of those energies, okay? All right, so I feel like your connection here, you're connecting with someone that's like very relatable, or like down to earth. You relate to them. It feels like they're so human to you. There's no fluff and pretending, oh, I'm this and that. Like you feel for them because you see that it's just their story or who they are is relatable. What they've been through, what they're going through, it just seems like human. Like when you have that like compassion for someone, you're like, you know what, I get it. Like I feel for you. I think this person could be really eccentric, really unique, a little bit of a weirdo, but who doesn't like weirdos, right? Like I feel like that's cool, right? Maybe the way they dress, maybe the way they look, how they talk, how they walk, maybe their ethnicity, their cultural upbringing could be kind of weird, different, This could be someone who's maybe popular, maybe they're well known, or they're known in their school, community, town, city, or maybe they're worldwide famous. This could be someone who has a lot of associates, has a lot of friends, a humanitarian. Maybe they like to volunteer and help people, or they care about world causes like the environment, animals, and human rights, or something like that. Really open-minded, super open-minded, tolerant person. Like they are very smart as well, like super, super smart. Sometimes maybe could be a little too smart for their own good, but really, really smart person, just unique in their own way. Definitely unique, okay? But I feel like this person has been going through a tough time in their life, or is kind of like at the end of that cycle, at the end of this hard time that's just been like beating down on them. Like they've been face planted on the floor, maybe dealt with health issues or family problems, financial problems, like you name it. It could have been a lot of things that were, affecting their self-esteem, their confidence, their mental stability. So they could have been dealing with a lot of anxiety, stress, depression, like dark night of the soul. So they could be kind of at the end of this dark karmic or difficult cycle in their life, but they're handling it pretty well, or they've handled it pretty well. It hasn't been easy. And maybe this person comes from humble beginnings, like, they didn't grow up in a favorable environment, conditions. Maybe they had a single parent, or didn't have parents. Maybe they're adopted, or, they didn't know when they were going to eat again. Like they could have grown up really, really poor, or just not had a lot of access to things, or maybe were very alone and felt really alone. So this person could have been dealing with a lot of issues: finances, money, health, family. They could have gone through a lot of stuff, but I think they're a strong spirit and they've overcome a lot, and they're kind of like at the end of this phase in their life, or at the end of this cycle. And it's funny because I feel like you see this in them, or you're going to help balance them out in some way, or like you understand, you kind of put yourself in their shoes, and you kind of get why they are the way they are. Maybe it's because you've seen similar situations, or maybe you've been through something kind of similar, or you just kind of have compassion for it. You get it. Some of you could have a job, maybe you work for like the city, the state, the government or something, or you're like in law enforcement. Like I could see a situation here where, like, let's say you're a police officer or something, and this person kind of comes to you, or you see that they're, I don't know, something happens, maybe a car accident or something that calls your attention, and you get, you know, called up to go there, and you're kind of just like, oh, like, I'm annoyed, I want to go home, I want to, like, it's my lunch break, or it's time for me to check out or clock out or something. And then you start talking to this person, and you're just thinking like, okay, when am I gonna be able to leave? But then you're like, you know what, let me help them. Like, let me do the right thing. Like, I know I can probably leave right now because it's my time to clock out, but, you know, as someone who has good morals and values, principles, I don't have to, but I'm gonna go out of my way to help this person because I know it's the right thing to do, and my conscience will feel much better. I'll feel much better about myself if I just kind of stick it out a little bit and help them. So I think at first, maybe you're not really attracted to this person, or you guys are, it's not like a flirty, it's not a romantic scenario, maybe how you guys meet. It could have just been like a situational thing. And it turns out that like you could have used your powers or your authority to do whatever you want, but you chose to use your powers for good, and you're going to help this person. And this is not just like, oh, police officer, I'm just using that as an example, but it'll be different, right, for everybody. But whatever powers, authority, resources, tools that you have access to, they're going to come in handy with this person. Like, you're going to be able to use that to help this person, or maybe you're a lawyer or something, or a judge, and you can help this person because you see that they've been through a lot, and maybe they have not gotten a fair shot, or people have not really heard them or given them a fair chance or something, or tried to listen to their story. And so you're making things happen. You're using your power to help this person because you're just doing it out of the kindness of your heart. And then in the process, while you're doing this, it was never your intention. You never were like, oh, I'm going to date this person, I like them. You start to fall in love with them, like by accident. Like, it was not your intention. Not like you were like, oh, I'm so attracted to this person. That was not even like what was going through your mind. And you start to fall for this person. So it's almost like an accidental love, accidental romance. This is what it feels like. Yeah, it's an accidental, kind of unpredictable romantic encounter that doesn't start off romantic at all and ends up being very romantic. Like, you start to really, really like and care about this person, and this person also just appreciates you, or appreciate the help maybe you're giving them. And it doesn't have to be like money or finances, but maybe just listening to them or getting them in contact with certain people. Something, you have a lot to offer to this person, and maybe they're so thankful, like, wow, like, I know you didn't have to go out of your way, like, you didn't have to do this, and I appreciate so much. Like, no one has ever done that much for me, or no one has ever like been that nice to me, so like, thank you. And yeah, this is like an accidental romance. I love this. It's like such a cute story. We're gonna dive in deeper in the extended to get more information, to see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know, maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice. So I would love for you guys to join me there. Link will be below, and we'll continue this on and let's see what else comes out. Okay, see you there. Take care, you guys. Love you so much, and we'll check back in next week as well. Bye.